of energy within a volume or a point, and losses. Now I will give you a specific, understandable, and low-level example. So, well, I have a purse which has some money in it. Well, at the beginning of the month, I get paid from the university, which is the incoming power. But I have to pay my bills for the cost of living and many other things. In some months, I spend more than I get. And then the content of my purse and bank account goes down. That's the change in the accumulated energy. And of course, sometimes I lose some money, which is the losses. But anyway, the balance, the theorem says that you can have disbursements based on a change of your wealth. So that the complete balance includes incoming, outgoing power, and the value of accumulated electromagnetic power or energy inside the volume, which is like the content of the purse. So, if I may, this is an important rule of nature applied to electromagnetics. And at this moment, I would like to make a second break within this lecture. See you in 5 minutes.